Hello and welcome to the Ridiculously Good VA Show with Tracy Daviero. If you are a virtual assistant or want to be one, this is the place to learn the tips and tricks you need to become a ridiculously good VA. I've been a part of the VA industry since 1998, and I'm excited to get to know you and help you build an amazing business. Let's go. Hey there, welcome to another episode of the podcast that teaches you how to be a ridiculously good virtual assistant. If you are stuck and need help taking the next step to make money as a VA, I invite you to be sure to book a complimentary cut to the chase call with me so we can talk about the ways that I can help you do just that. You can book your call at yourvamentor.com/15-min. 15 minutes. Today I want to talk about the 3 phases that a VA goes through and give you some advice about what you need to do next depending on which phase you're in. Today's quote is from Charles Forsman. Find the confidence in whatever way you can to just keep moving on to the next page. The only way you'll finish projects and get better is to keep moving forward. I say it so often, you have to take a step forward in order to get moving. One foot in front of the other, that's the way down the path. Let's help you get there. Let's go. Today I want to talk about the different phases of being a VA. And so hopefully we can identify where you are. You may know already, and what you need to do next to move yourself forward. Moving forward is the most important thing that you can focus on as a business owner in your VA business. It doesn't mean that you have to have huge goals. You can just be a VA who wants to work part-time and earn grocery money or vacation money, but you still have to move forward to do that. And if you're a VA who has big aspirations of running an agency and earning 6 figures or more, you also have to move forward. Pretty much good advice for everybody. Just getting into the habit of taking a step forward every day is good practice as a business owner, and your VA business is going to thank you for it. Taking steps every day to get yourself to where you want to go, wherever that is the number one thing you have to do. So there are 3 basic stages that all VAs go through. The research phase before you start your business, the setup or starting phase when you are just starting to get going, and the in-business phase. It's very technical terms here, guys, where you're working with clients and making a living. So let's break these down. Number 1, the research phase. Every single VA I know has gone through this phase before starting their business. Some VAs, however, never get out of this phase or spend a very, very long time in it. Now, don't get me wrong. It's really important to do research so that we know what we're doing. But so many VAs I know get really buried in this, and they have a lot of trouble finding their way out. Think about it. We need to learn a lot to open a business. We've never done it before. We need to learn things. We have a lot of questions, and we need to know that what we're doing is going to make it work. But research is one of those things that can really get out of hand very quickly. You don't need to know how to use every email marketing system. You don't need to build your own website. You don't need to spend weeks picking out a business name or choosing your business brand colors. Yes, of course, you need to look professional, but when you're spending so much time on things that you don't need to spend that much time on, you're taking that time away from the time you need to do other much more important stuff, maybe like getting your business started. In your research phase, what do you need to do? You need to figure out what the right thing to do is, and then make a decision about how your business will look. The research is important so that we can stand behind the decisions that we make, the reasons why we're going to do what we're doing. But it's not the important part. The decisions are the most important part. So you need to understand how your business will work. What services will you offer? What rates will you charge? Who will your clients be? And where can you find those clients? You also need to know why you want to run your VA business, what your expectations are for how your days are going to look. You have to nail down your best services. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your areas of expertise? Give yourself total props here. Do not be shy. You have expertise and you know you can help your clients with something, probably many things, and you need to own that. You must set proper rates. Do the math, I say, all the time. What do you need to earn? How much will you work? What are your expenses? How much can you pay yourself? And how much profit will you be able to keep? This is a business. You have to know these things. And the math part really isn't that hard when you consider all the things that are coming in and going out. You might compare what others charge for similar services, but you still have to do the math yourself for your own business. So many VAs I know pick a number out of thin air and they don't understand why they have to charge what they charge or why they're not making any money. My business expenses are different than yours. I take different amounts of time to do certain tasks than you do. I work very fast. I always have. Work pace is a really important thing to consider if you haven't already. How long does it take you to do something? You need to know this if you're going to be quoting clients' rates or even just estimates. The other thing I need to mention in the research phase is the need to seek out training. It's so important that you start your VA business with the skills that you already have, expertise that you already have. Don't try and learn a brand new skill and start a brand new business at the same time. There are so many unknowns and new things that we have to think about when we're getting started with our business, and selling a service that you have no experience with is hard. When you start with your own experience and your own expertise, you may not have virtual experience providing that service, but you do have your corporate experience, and that counts for everything. You know how to do what it is you say you can do. So don't call yourself a new VA and think that nobody's going to work with you or that you have to charge a lower rate. You are new to working virtually, maybe, even though honestly the pandemic made lots of people work virtually. So you're probably even way ahead of the game there. One good thing about the pandemic. Start with what you know and learn new skills later. Absolutely. Change your business later on if that's what you want to do. The caveat to that is learning what you need to learn to deliver the services that you're going to offer now. So what I mean by that is if you're offering general admin, maybe you need to learn how to use an online scheduling software or a project management system that you didn't use before. But you don't need to learn to run Facebook ads in case a client needs it. Do you see the difference? Also, do tap into a community of VAs and entrepreneurs who can help you build your confidence and answer questions about how things work as you get going. Understand that you're going to have to develop systems and strategies to get clients, to work with clients, and to make your business profitable so you can keep doing it. I'll get into all of that more in the next phase too, but there you go. So to recap the research phase, learn what you need to know, but then be prepared to make a decision and take that next step forward. You can't get started if you don't take a step or many steps forward. And the whole point is that you want to get started. It's not a research project, it's homework for you to actually start your business. So start it. And that's part 2 or phase 2, starting your VA business. If you are just starting your VA business or you have recently just started it, first of all, high fives, congratulations. But I do have a few tips for you as well. First and foremost, I hope you did a business plan. A business plan is just a simple document to help you figure out all of the pieces of your business so that you truly understand what you're going to do, how much your clients will pay you, who your best clients are, so you can network with them. Being able to identify all of these things and answer these questions is going to go really far in helping you to get out there and serve and support your clients. Of course, you need a contract and you need a way for clients to pay you and some systems and some operation stuff. But the business plan is really important so that you know where you're going and how you're going to get there. Once you have that in place, then you can set up your business systems and processes. I highly recommend this for a few reasons. First, one of the things that our clients need from us is what? Organization, right? Many of our clients come to us when they're overwhelmed or when they need to do things in their business that they don't know how to do themselves. So we need to get ourselves prepared before we get them prepared. I tell VAs all the time that you should actually be your first client. Work against the clock. Practice good time management, actually excellent time management, organization, and look to work as efficiently as you can. In many of our corporate jobs, we didn't have to get things done quickly, even if we had deadlines that we were working with. But as a VA, time is money, and more specifically, your time is your client's money. Every hour, every minute that you spend working for them, they pay for. So it is particularly important to pay attention to your work pace and how long it takes you to get things done. This is important whether you're charging by the hour or by the package. It really doesn't matter. The time it takes you to do the things that you're doing for them is important. It's crucial. It doesn't mean that you have to work fast. I never say you have to work fast, but you have to be aware of how much time you're spending doing things, and you have to do the best you can to work efficiently. VAs tell me all the time, I don't know how long that's going to take me to do. How do I know how much to charge a client? And my answer is always exactly the same. Do it and time it. How else are you going to find out? Better to know beforehand than afterwards and work, on the client's dime. Finding tools and apps to help you keep multiple clients' work organized and flowing well is also really important to get when you get started. I say all the time that managing your clients' expectations is a really important part of being in business. Happy clients are going to keep on working with you, and you're going to get to do more work as time goes by, and they might even refer you business. They'll grow with you. Once we get a client, we want to keep them. At least I did. I always looked for long-term clients. And that means being able to juggle the work of multiple clients who all feel like they should be your top priority. That's another issue altogether. And of course, what is your business without clients? It's nothing. You don't have a business, right? So we need to have a plan and a strategy to acquire great clients, especially after we get our first couple of clients. If you're like me, that may have come easily to you, your first client. My first client was my old boss. Maybe yours was too. And that's awesome. We love it. We're in business, right? But it didn't teach me how to get more clients. And I needed lots of clients to make my business earn what it needed to sustain the lifestyle that I was building. And so you need to learn to do that, to find clients, but find great clients, not just any clients. Find yourself a network, a community that has a lot of your kinds of clients in it, and become part of that community. It is going to help you get clients so much more easily. And it's more fun. It's nice to have conversations with people, isn't it? And speaking of that, have business conversations every single day. Even if you aren't looking for clients right now, you never know where your next client's going to come from. And you aren't in control of whether a client will stop working with you at any point. And you don't want to be stuck if that happens. To get out of the getting started phase, you just need to make decisions and be ready to make some changes if necessary. That is what you do when you're in business. And that's our third phase, in business. When we're first starting out, there are all kinds of things that we need to keep track of. It's all so new, right? But once we settle in and we're working with clients, we want to make sure that we're keeping on top of problems and issues as well. Are you working efficiently? That's a huge one. If there's an automation that you can implement to make your work more efficient or to increase your productivity, you may want to invest in that. Business growth is a very important consideration when you're in business. Not necessarily so that you can earn more revenue or bring in more clients, but so that you're maximizing the revenue to what you want to earn and minimizing or managing the expenses that you need to work with to ensure that you're still profitable. Not all VAs are interested in scaling by bringing in subcontractors, but that could certainly be something to explore at this stage as well. I always found that I enjoyed doing the client work too much to have a team. I had a team. I had 4 subs at my busiest time, and I had my own VA, and it was a lot to manage. It was great. They were great. Loved them. But I was doing more admin and managing than anything, and I really liked working with the clients more than trying to, get bigger and have a team. I wasn't doing the things that I wanted to do. So I made a shift and found services that I could charge for that didn't require billing by the hour. And that way I could have some of my subs do a little bit of work, but I still got to do what I loved. And once you're happy with how you're working with your clients, you can make those kinds of changes at any time. One of the biggest issues when you're in business is managing your clients' expectations, kind of at every level, right? Maybe except the research phase. But as I mentioned earlier, each client is going to feel that they're the most important client that you have, and they're paying you. They will want to make sure that they get the best service, no matter how much they're paying you, whether they are a big client or whether they just use you for a few hours a month. So being able to master that is going to be one of the best things you learn how to do. I often manage this through weekly production calls, which you've probably heard me talk about before. I found that a regular connection call, like face-to-face, so initially we did them by phone, and in the end now we do them, most things, by Zoom, right? But doing a connection call with a client really helped me be proactive and stay in charge of the list of projects we were working on. I wasn't a task doer. I was somebody who was responsible for a great deal of stuff. I was working with 6- and 7-figure business coaches, and so I had a role on their team. And it also gives an opportunity to discuss what was coming next. In fact, that was one of our agenda items every single week. And that sets you apart from a lot of VAs who are the task takers and doers and can help propel you into a new role with a long-term client or become a long-term client. They gain your trust, you learn more about their business, and you can grow your business while they grow theirs. It's another win-win, right? And another key in this business stage is managing your business, growing it so that it's profitable, and managing potential burnout before it happens. Keep an eye on how things are going in your business. How do you feel? How do your clients feel? If you need to get support to help you with any of the things in your business, then you're in a position to do that, and you should make that decision to do it. Seek coaching or training when you need it so that you can help navigate those changes in your business. And be sure to communicate well with your clients so that you're always all on the same page. Get their feedback, stay on top of their industry trends, become part of their community that supports your business and you as a business owner. Be their expert, be proactive. Like I say, stay in control of the work you do for them by holding those weekly production calls and telling them what you need from them. It's the best way to become indispensable to them and to their business. The journey of a VA changes and evolves, sometimes pretty quickly. It's not a matter of being in business for 3 years and then you're in business. Your business grows as you grow as a business owner. So give yourself the opportunity to do that, grow. The research phase, however, should be the shortest phase of these three, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously. And for many VAs, it's not. The sooner you get your VA business open, the better. If you want to do it, get it done. The getting started phase should also be fairly quick. Being new is fine, but keeping yourself stuck in start mode or feeling like you're a new VA mode is not a good thing. Don't call yourself new. Don't think of yourself as new. You have so much experience already. You're just doing it from somewhere else. And I know you can do it. Being in business is what you want to strive for. Being, evolving, and remaining in business long term. None of us, I don't think, start our VA business to only do it for 6 months or a year. We do it because we want another option to a corporate job. For whatever reason, we want to avoid the commute. We want to be home more for our family. We want to have unlimited earning potential. We only want to do what we want to do the tasks that we enjoy doing and not all the other fluff that we might have to do at a job. That was one of my reasons. So many reasons. We go into it planning to do it long term. So give yourself the best advantage to do that. And finally, let's circle back to today's quote. Find the confidence in whatever way you can to just keep moving on to the next page. The only way you'll finish projects and get better is to keep moving forward. So step forward, make your plan, get help where you need it, but move forward step by step every single day. Finish your projects and get better. And you know what that makes you? A ridiculously good VA. If you see yourself in one of these phases, that's awesome. I'm sure you know which one you're in. That's sort of what I was hoping. And if you can see where you need to take a step, that's even better. And if you need help taking that step, that's where I can help you. I'm here to help you become that ridiculously good VA. I have helped hundreds of VAs get stuck. Or no, I haven't helped them get stuck. I've helped them get unstuck and get moving through my private coaching, my monthly mastermind group, my group coaching programs, and my self-study trainings. I have tons of information out there for you, and I would love to help you. If you are ready to get my help, let's connect on a cut to the chase call. You can book yours at yourvamentor.com/15-minute. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Ridiculously Good VA Show. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. For more great resources for your VA business, visit my website at yourvamentor.com. I'll see you back here next time.